Don't be embarrassed or ashamed to ask for help. The reason why I'm making this video message is because there are some of you that actually need help in different areas of your life. It could be financially, it could be that you need encouragement or a shoulder to cry on, or it could literally be that you are hungry, and I'm serious. You may not even have anything to eat, and you want to go to somebody and say, hey, I'm hungry. Hey, I need to confide in you about something I'm going through mentally or emotionally. Or it could be financially. You really don't have enough money to pay a bill. Whatever kind of help that you need, what I want to tell you in this message, be mindful of who you go to and ask for help. All of us have different people that we can go to that we know for a fact can help us. And no, I'm not talking about people that use anybody for money, anybody for their time, or anybody that takes advantage of the kindness of people. But I want to get out to you guys. I want to let you all know. Be very careful who you ask for help, because you have people out here that don't do something for you strictly out the kindness of their heart. Let me give you an example. You may go to somebody and say, hey, I need $50 to pay my phone bill. My paycheck's not going to come until next week. I don't get my taxes until another month from now. But I need the money to pay my bill because my phone is cut off, or it's going to be cut off. If that person, number one, has an attitude and they smacking their lips and looking at you upside your head, don't take anything from them. The other thing that you have to realize is that when somebody gets an attitude after you ask them for some kind of help, they don't want to do it anyway. True help out of the kindness of somebody's heart, they give it to you joyfully, they give it to you without an attitude, and they don't question you about it. When you go to somebody and they begin to ask you a bunch of questions of the kind of help that you need, you probably should steer away from them, because you don't owe, and this is just my opinion, you all may not agree, you don't owe anybody a list of explanations as to why you need a particular kind of help. When somebody truly wants to give you something, to help you with something, they give it to you. No questions asked. Another thing I want to make you guys aware of, you never hear about it again. What I mean by that is, here's an example. Somebody, you confide in them and you tell them you're going through something. Somebody broke your heart. You broke up with somebody, or you, as a woman, you are getting physically abused, whatever. That person, after you confide in them and tell them something, they don't go and gossip and tell everybody what you told them. You don't hear about it in gossip. If you go to somebody and you ask them for money, they don't go and talk about you like a dog behind your back and tell everybody, hey, I gave so and so some money. They didn't have any money. I thought they had a job. If they work or they have money, why are they asking me for money? I don't know what the problem is. I had to pay their phone bill. I had to go buy some groceries. They couldn't even eat. They couldn't even feed their kids, and they came to me. So a lot of people out here that's arrogant and they waiting to talk about you. So I want to get this message out here to you people. Just be more conscientious. Be more careful about who you go to for help, whatever kind of help it is. Now, let me explain this other side of what I'm talking about. When you go to somebody and ask for help, be clear on if it's a gift or a loan. Completely big difference. If you go to somebody and you ask them for money and they say, hey, I really can't afford to give this to you, but I'm going to make the sacrifice and give it to you, but I need it back. They have the right to ask you questions. They have the right, in that particular case, they have the right to say, hey, I need my money back on this date and this time. Will you give me my money back at this appropriate time that I gave you? Don't get an attitude about that. They have the right to do that. Everybody doesn't have it like that. Everybody is not living large, but there are some people who will make a sacrifice for you, whether you want to accept that or not. It is people out here that literally, they have the money and they have to pay an important bill, but when you come to them and you really, really need the help, if it's financial, they will literally make a sacrifice and not pay that bill and give it to you. That's my video message to you people. I hope it makes you think. I hope it inspires you. And I hope you guys be more conscientious of who you go to and ask for help. There's a lot of people out here that want to throw you under the bus and sail you down the river when it comes to you coming to them to ask them for help. You can't. You cannot keep allowing these people and going to just anybody, confiding in them about your emotional state. You cannot keep going to anybody asking them for anything if it's financial, because it's just some people, you will hear about it again. In my life, going from childhood up until now as a grown woman, I've gone to a few different people and asked for help. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it may have been financial, sometimes it was just I was going through something emotionally and I needed the advice. But I never heard about it again. I never heard about it again. Even when somebody gets angry at you, and some people out here, they'll be cool. But if they helped you and you all have a disagreement or argument, it may not even have anything to do with the fact you asked them for help. They will bring up what they did for you. Oh, I paid this bill for you. You couldn't even feed you and your kids, and I had to give you money. And you couldn't pay your phone bill, but I paid. And remember when that guy was beating on you? Remember when you broke up with so and so and you had to come to me and I gave you advice? See, people like that, you need to avoid them. They don't throw in your face what they've done for you or given to you. Anybody that truly helps you wholeheartedly, joyfully, and out the kindness of their heart, you never hear about it again.